200 mayors from across the country were in Indianapolis this weekend to talk about how to make their cities better. They even got a chance to hear from Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. Howard Monroe from our sister station Wish TV in Indianapolis was at the event today and reports what the presumptive Democratic nominee had to say.
On behalf of everyone that calls Orlando home, please allow me to thank you.
A thank you from Orlando's Mayor Buddy Dyer. His address to the Conference of Mayors comes 14 days after the massacre at Pulse nightclub.
We're healing already, and we think we did a pretty good response, and we're not going to be defined by the acts that happened that night other than from the heroic police officers. So our city and our community has responded with love, compassion, and unity, and I'm very proud of them.
But this meeting was about action and preventing these tragedies from happening again. Keynote speaker Hillary Clinton called for tighter gun control.
No person should be gunned down while learning, teaching, praying, or dancing.
But here, everything was on the table, and everyone had a seat.
Good ideas don't just get hatched in big cities. Some very, very thoughtful things come forward, whether it's Charleston, South Carolina, or it's Des Moines, Iowa, or it's LA, or it's New York, or it's Boston, or it's Indianapolis.
They said big things come from these meetings. President Kennedy addressed them during the civil rights movement.
On your return from this conference, you can set an example in your communities to which the timid can rally and which those clinging to the past cannot ignore.
They've also addressed LGBT rights since the 1960s, the AIDS crisis in the 1970s and 80s, and now, in the wake of the Orlando massacre, gun violence and terrorism.
Conversations about problems are not always pleasant, but these are issues, including gun violence in our cities, that we need to talk about.
That was Howard Monroe reporting. Donald Trump was invited to attend the conference, but he declined. Tomorrow, Gary Johnson, the Libertarian presidential nominee, will address the mayors.